Hey,
like where Brian
Anthony,
was.
you're a married man. You can't ask those
Oh, my.
questions.
Mike,
You want to make a hole in it.
Ian,
Oh, my
quick question,
soul,
Mikey. Are you streaming again tonight for us?
I am. So if my PC
He's
burns
trying to
out, you'll
sort it
buy
out.
me a new laptop, okay? It's only like $4,000.
You get paid what in euros? What do you get paid in? Pounds.
Don't come compare Christian
Pounds.
shoes.
Pound.
We all have rands to sign.
We all
Irish
know that you're
in
paying less
pounds.
in your electricity.
Yeah, well, obviously pay
Actually
less than
not.
electricity because there isn't any to pay on.
Actually, not
there's
because you're
people
paying
that's
more
been
on diesel
charged-
now.
That's been charged more on the electricity.
While being load shedded.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep. You're
Lovely
actually paying
country
more
we
diesel
live in.
now because every time you start a generator, diesel's getting
You
expensive.
mean you actually got petrol to put in a generator? After today, I don't think anybody does.
No,
Yeah,
just, guys,
for now.
it's cheaper to
For
get
now.
a whole bunch of like hamsters or chickens. Just have them run
Yeah.
on a wheel drum and like
I saw this other
generate
thing
power
on
that way.
TikTok. I saw this other thing on TikTok where they use like there's like a little connection thingy, and then they use gas to power the generator.
Yeah, I saw that, but you know what?
I think
Like, I
gas
wouldn't
powered
test
ones.
it out myself.
Gas
Like,
is
I can
also
already
expensive.
see somebody's gonna get
Okay.
blown up.
Alright, guys. Bearing in mind that I'm probably being load shedded at 10 and I thought it was gonna go off and it did, so I was right
Okay,
when I
well,
did.
tell me when
'cause
to start the stream, and you have 10 seconds thereafter.
start the stream now.
Going live,
My
you got 10 seconds.
10,
Oh,
Five,
no, wait,
9,
it could be instant,
8,
actually.
7, 6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Are we live?
Are
And
we live? I got a
which episode are we on? Jeez.
We are
Episode 47.
47.
I told him number 47. He didn't listen.
I love
He
it.
doesn't listen.
I love it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Critical Hit. My name is Anthony, and I'm the DM for this campaign, a homebrew campaign in the world of Monolith. And with a group of friends from South Africa, one has moved to Ireland and still doing quite well there, but we miss him, and he makes time and effort to join us in a friendly game of Dungeons and Dragons. And guys, we know there's an audience out there. We are now topping nearly 200 views a week. Come on, let's get some interaction, questions for the players, comments,
on
likes,
that.
shares.
Hopefully,
What?
we get some more viewers tonight, because I've just partnered up the stream with my Varkont account, which has got 1,000 people. So, crossing
Oh
fingers.
wow.
Ooh, okay. So long as we can access the stream, that's all I care about, Mike. Because otherwise, there's no point watching the numbers, the views. Okay. Before we go with our voice cast introductions, let's go with our continuing sponsor for this campaign, and that would be from the lovely Mike, who will give our sponsorship clip for our lovely lady Dice Goblin Jessica. Take it away, Mikey.
Love it, we both lovely, Jessica. Tonight's episode is
I wouldn't say
sponsored
Goblin.
by Mokus Magics and the lovely Goblin. So we're just gonna roll with it. Get your custom sharp edge dice made from resin and filled with splendorous shiny goodies to match your class characters and all your critical adventuring needs. Every set comes with an additional magnum sized D20 for those moments with big choices or for when things start to get dicey. For only 250 Rand, you can get your very own custom set and be prepared to roll with the punches. Go visit Mokus Magic's Facebook page and get in contact with Jessica to place your very own order, be it for yourself, for your next character, or as a gift for one of your companions. For those who suffer from a dice buying addiction, look no further and get your fix, but get quality dice. Mokus Magics. This is how we roll.
Love it, love it, love it.
Nice.
Just remember to get your royalty check from Jessica when you meet her face to face, eh?
Thank you.
Things don't come free, hey Jessica, you must remember that.
Unlimited dice power.
Yeah. Alright.
Nice, buddy.
But again, guys, if you are interested in this, please, you can contact Jessica through our Facebook page. You can leave a comment and she will contact you personally to place your orders. And guys, they are good. So go for it. Alright, with that being said, let us go through our voice cards, starting basically in order as I see it. Let's take it away. D, take character you're playing, something you fancy like about your character, and then pass it on to the next player, please. Thank you.
Hey, Denank has just joined us.
Well, it's not Denank, he'll be
No, it's
something
not.
else when he joins us in.
I'm D, a 10th level, 11th level paladin who's from the Stedman the Strum lineage, who's very famous in Monolith, who caused a lot of ruckus. Yeah, and I pass it on to Jessica.
Hi everybody, I play Laurelette Balladeer. I'm a level 11 character, a little bit of a bard, a little bit of a cleric, and a lot of trickery in my sleeves. I pass it on to Gareth. Yes, I do.
Yes.
Oh, hi Garrett. Hi guys, my name's Gareth and I don't know what I'm playing. I hand it over to whoever's next.
Mikey.
Mike.
Hi everybody, my name is Mike and I'm playing Nathan Valorant the Wanted, a Soul Knife Rogue level 11, multi-class into Path of Vengeance Paladin. And as we all know, Nathan aims to misbehave. Strangers trying to kill me, left my map on a burning ship. My crew is missing, most likely dead. That's great, great start, V. I'll pass it on to Sarah.
Hi guys, it's Sarah here. I play Drew. She's now a level 11 sorcerer and an elf, and as always she's just here to fuck around and find out and just really enjoy her life as much as possible.
Pass it on to Werner.
And then passing it on to Vanna.
Evening, everyone. I'm Banner.
He's
I
not
play
dead!
Yun. What?
What?
Yun.
You,
So good
You
to
took-
hear his voice. My word.
Yun took a break.
Yep. Back from the shadows, I guess. So yes, I play Yun. He is now level 10 half-elf shadow monk. And yeah, he took us when he was a child, had a bit of a stint with the Shadowfell, and yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
Cool, I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
Just again, welcome back, Werner, to our game. You have been missed. I'm sure you've heard the fun and laughter that's been going on without you, but we still need our stalwart players back in the campaign. So, where we left off last week, the party had succeeded in finding all three of the remaining counselors, the last one proving to be the most fun one, with the witch that was using them to cast them all into little dolls. The party succeeded in freeing every single one of them, and that is when the party decide now their next steps, bearing in mind that they now have to still be very cautious of what their actions do, because they are, as I'm sure most of you, if you've continuous listeners to the stream, are stuck in the past by their own choosing. Okay, interesting question now for the party. Would Yun still have been with you guys?
Of
Or are we
course.
assuming that he would have
Yes.
teleported to the past with you?
You know
and then
what?
just
I'll give
been
you one
let
better.
low?
Yun got teleported back in time with us, but he was sleeping in the ship. So when Yun reaches the party, he's gonna know where to find the ship.
That's my idea too.
Oh, he was hiding in someone's shadow the whole
Listen to
time.
Werner.
Either way.
What did you say to Vinny? What?
No, before the session, that's what she also said.
Are you
Suggested.
joking?
I'm not.
Nope.
It's a great mind think alike.
Okay, so
So all of a sudden he just wakes up in a ship again for some reason.
yeah,
Come
you're
on.
on the you would be on the victory.
He passed out from the time traveling.
Oh, guys, I
Took
got
the wrong
bad
turn in the
news.
shadows and ended up
I
there.
got bad news. I think the stream was muted up until now.
Oh,
well.
no.
Are you
Hello.
serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
Sheila.
Yeah.
I'm not No, I think I heard it. It was okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think it was. I think I heard it was okay at the start.
Maybe I was muted. Who knows?
We heard
Okay.
it's working.
Okay, well,
Something was.
So, guys,
something broke.
Something broke. We're back at it.
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
So, D, Jessica, are we back to the? That was
yo, we did it, guys.
that was
We
a
did
close one. Whew. Jesus. Jessica,
How did we manage that?
I mean Laurelette.
Listen, I don't want to be a doll again. It was a fun and all, but
Where's the old lady? Is she? Yeah, the
Yeah,
wizard,
we-
the witch,
we-
the bitch.
We threw her back in the house with everybody
Yeah.
when we went out.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
And everybody's coming back alive.
Remember,
after
everybody,
being done with-
as you broke the the talisman, everybody's come alive. And that, I mean, is everybody.
So the guards are coming, so we better get out of here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we I say let's go back to Mr. Hangman and get some information.
Hangman?
Guys,
We
the one
left
we
the
hang-
special character
hung in the
hanging
house.
upside down in a house to come back for interrogation later.
Oh, right. And your little place that you got given.
Where's Drew gonna be?
Drew,
um,
she could have been hiding in the bag of holding. I don't know.
but guys, like, isn't the more serious issue to get these people back to where they need to vote? Like, we only have like an hour
We
or
already
two.
saved them and we've sent them back to vote.
While you were
Some of
they've
them
already
invisible.
dead.
Some of them were
Okay,
cast.
so-
Invisibility was cast on them. Others had
Hundreds.
were
Boots
given
away.
boots. Others were given
Hundreds.
boots so they could get there quite quickly, which pissed off another player.
I'm gonna look at Drew very sternly and say, we were busy rescuing all the lords and ladies. Where were you?
Yeah, Mrs. Pop out of thin air.
You.
Drew was probably on a bed dying quietly.
Yeah, guys, you like literally threw down an entire house. What, do you want me to just like continue
Wait.
with my life?
Hold on. You
thought
were
we
you
did.
were in the house when I destroyed it?
I was close enough to give me a good enough shock.
She was thrown a couple of meters away from the house, if you
Yes, guys. Ah, so
You had a
you
good
consider it.
Listen.
Glad you could make it.
Yes. Well, thank you.
That wasn't a compliment, but let's go. Follow us, stick around. Let's go. Lorelette, what's the address again for this house where we left the guy hanging?
What am I doing?
The previous one. Some Maple. Was it Maple Lane? No.
It was 7
No,
Elm,
no,
it
no.
was 7 Elm
We are
Street or something.
currently on. Give me a second. We
One.
are at 12
Elm-
Fern Drive, but everybody else is at 26 Maple Lane.
Okay, no, but we need to. No.
But you've got your own house.
We're going to.
I just want to let you know, Anthony, my character is finished.
Is he ready? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is it?
Wait, is he gonna
While
be?
the party makes up their mind where exactly they are going, I'm going to just quickly discuss with...
We've said it. We said it. You go do your thing. So you incorporate it into where we're going. We're gonna go interrogate the hanging man.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going back to what's its face?
Elm Street.
Yeah, 37 Elm Street.
We're going back to Elm Street.
Yes.
Can you like try and send a message to Jessica, to Drew to join us there?
That would be Mike. He can do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To
I'm
what?
speaking to Nathan.
Oh,
Send a message to Jess.
Was Elm
telepathically.
Street the first house
Yeah.
or no?
Yes.
No,
Well, then I was
Second
already
house.
there because I'm unconscious there, guys.
No,
Because that's why I
there's no
fucked up,
house
no?
there. The house collapsed. We're going to the second one.
She's-
Exactly.
where is Drew at the moment though?
Drew's with us. She popped out of
I'm
nowhere.
by the house that collapsed because I
Oh,
was
you-
unconscious.
No,
She
dude,
was-
how are you able to talk to us if you didn't find us? If you were still at the house, technically you're not allowed to talk to us because you're not with us.
Yeah.
So
then
we're
I must
just
have found you.
assuming that as a witch or wizard, what are you again?
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
A sorcerer, you popped out of thin air, which is what I would go with,
There.
and be like, oh, there you guys are. I was just,
Unconscious somewhere.
cutting my nails or doing a manicure or something.
You had a visit at the Mage Tower.
There.
While we were busy rescuing, you went visiting.
Oh well, we know who I was visiting.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we're going back to Elm Street.
Yes, we're going back to Elm Street to interrogate this
Oh, the
person.
hangman.
Oh, hangman, yeah.
Person
What
that's
about
on the
there?
news.
Take,
That has
and
a
then-
distinguished.
wait a
And then
minute.
Yun,
This is where I go like, what is the? Is this a shadow? We're like, oh no,
I can cast
Yun-
Zone of Truth.
Yun, is that you? Have you been pretending to be my shadow this whole time? Yun, I can see you.
Wait, let's roll perception checks.
Yeah, let's roll.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Let's do
Whoever
that.
We
gets
do
the
our
highest
own-
perception, then
It's
we,
gonna find Yun.
it's gonna be that person's shadow. It's who Yun is pretending to be their shadow.
It's definitely
what do you
Jessica
think, Yun?
then. But just
Yeah,
too short. I've got a 21.
As nat 20,
Let's
so
see.
that's 25.
Oh wow.
Oh, mine was bad tonight. 16.
I got the highest, yo, 11. Yeah.
I got 25.
If you all watch Stranger Things,
okay,
you know
there we
11 is
go.
the most powerful number. Okay.
There we
Uh
go.
huh. Uh huh.
Drew's 25 beats even your stealth, Verna. So Verna, you are Drew Shadow.
Fair enough. Somehow.
Oh, so he saw what happened with the lady. Hmm?
And he let it
Oh
happen.
my.
He
Oh
let it
my.
happen.
He's been there all the time.
Hectic. Sorry about that, guy. Or should I say you're welcome?
That's why I shocked into silence, I guess. Either way.
Oh guys. Okay. Yun. Oh wait, Anthony muted himself? Oh, he came back.
So Anthony's just got to do something for Mandy, and he'll be back on shortly.
Okay, sure. We found Yun. He
Guys,
was busy. He was busy with Sarah.
I'm not gonna lie.
He was hiding in my shadow.
Yeah, so he saw what happened with Selena.
Oh
Okay.
my.
Garrett, you're not gonna lie.
Gareth never lies.
Nah, my guy, I'm already on D&D. I'll see you guys or chat to you guys tomorrow. Enjoy. Stay safe.
Thanks, bro.
Sorry, God.
Thanks.
I
For
am-
everybody listening, that's a friend committing to D&D as opposed to going out partying all night and getting smashed. And that's
Yeah,
real
'cause I'm-
D&D commitment, everyone. If you listen to the stream, appreciate. Appreciate.
Because I'm already smashed.
Oh.
Okay. So Anthony knows my character. I think I'll tell you guys when I come back in.
I'm back again.
But I think you guys know he's a spellcaster.
Is he? We'll have to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
to find out.
I've never really played a proper spellcaster, dude. So it's gonna be interesting.
I would love it if I would love it if you played him like a stage magician.
But listen, I'm eating a
Da-da, oh,
I'm
that's not...
eating a Capital Craft burger with bacon and fucking mushroom sauce.
Listen,
so-
don't plug in other brands in here. They don't put, they don't give us free burgers.
My bad, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
We don't get free dice from Mocus Magazine.
Oh,
Oh,
No,
Um,
the man
actually-
is not lying there.
shade.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
the shade.
If anybody's listening, the true sponsor of the channel will always be forever and always Farcont Media.
Farkont.
Farcont.
So,
He does
what
all
are we
our
gonna ask? Wait,
animations.
I can cast Zone of Truth. Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I
Dad.
do it?
Oh yeah, when we interrogate the guy, yeah.
Yeah, do it, and watch the truth come
Do it.
out. We all gotta say something truthful about our characters.
I'm not gonna be in the zone. I'm gonna stand away and cast
No,
it.
you can't, because you're the
Yes, I
epicenter.
can.
You're the epicenter.
No,
It
you,
radiates.
you can.
It's a
No,
60-foot range.
Yeah.
It's a
He
15-foot
can point-
radius.
He can point to an
I
area
can point to
within
a
range.
spot and
Yeah.
say there.
But surely then that can reveal the person in my shadow, though.
No, we already found him.
It's Zone of Truth.
Oh, okay.
All
Fair
it
enough, fine.
is if you ask the character as a question, he cannot knowingly deceive you. He doesn't have to tell the truth, but he
But he
can't
cannot
tell a
lie.
lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you will know when he's lying. Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like he can kind of avoid the question.
He doesn't have to answer.
Yeah, he can kind of avoid the question, but he can't directly lie to you.
Yes.
Yeah,
You can tell half truths.
not even.
Okay, I am back.
Didn't even know you were gone.
So you guys are heading back to where you got the guy hanging upside down.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Yeah.
37 Elm Street.
Yeah, deliberate
Mm.
lie.
Okay.
We found Drew. Drew popped out, and then Werner was hiding in Drew's shadow, and he saw what Drew did with Selena, and he's shocked for life.
Yeah, there you go.
He's shocked into silence,
His
yeah.
answers, as long as it remains
You
within
mean
the
what
boundaries.
Selena did with Drew?
Oh, you mean you're going
Okay,
back?
okay, calm
Is
down.
that when
We
Werner
both
was
had
last
fun.
playing? Is that when you last played, Werner?
No, last played when I teleported to the shadow in that alleyway when they were attacked by the rogues.
Okay.
But
So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
from
he
that
took
point
a
on, he
turn
was-
we figured
somewhere.
out how we found Drew and Yun.
Yes, yeah.
They're back.
Okay, so they're back. That's cool. That
Yeah.
makes it easier then. Okay.
And
Okay.
now we're all going to Elm Street. And I'm going to cast Zone of Truth around the guy, but I'm not going into it. So he needs to make a
Charisma save.
charisma save DC 15.
DC 15. Let me just get my dice out.
What?
Okay, let's roll. First roll of the evening from the DM is a nat 1.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh, it's going to be an awesome night.
No, it's not. It's gonna be a bad night if you're a DM.
Okay, so he can't tell a lie, but he can
Mhm.
avoid question.
Yeah.
So
He can
I'm gonna
avoid it, but he can't
And-
lie.
Such a creature can be evasive as well in its answering as long as it remains within the boundaries of truth.
I'll look over to Nathan and say, he's all yours. Go for it.
Oh, am I in the zone of truth?
No,
Oh.
you're not.
Oh, I don't wear any underwear and no trunks. Who are you and who do you work for?
Uh,
I punch him.
You
geez, you don't even give the guy a chance to speak. You just
No.
punch him. Okay.
Just punch him.
Wait. Make a charisma saving throw. You went into the zone.
I need to make charisma saving throw. I got-
Yeah.
Now you're in the zone.
You're in the zone.
I'm in the zone, yeah.
Yeah, because if you punched him, you're 5 feet away, which means you're in
Yeah.
the zone.
Is it
Yep.
a charisma saving throw, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 18.
Okay, you passed.
You passed, so you're not affected by it.
Nice.
Which means you can't interrogate Nathan in the process, just letting you guys know. Okay, he turns around and he says to him, he says that he doesn't know who he works for because the instructions were given on drop notes. But he knows it's somebody important in the Tarkinen Council.
And
So-
what's his name?
I say
He doesn't know the name.
I say to him, I didn't ask who hired you. I asked who do you work for, and I punch him twice this time. Doot.
I work for the guy that hired me on this piece of paper,
What's your name?
Kurt.
Kurt what? And I punch him again.
Just Kurt.
I slap him. Just Kurt? Who do you work for?
I don't know! This piece of parchment that he pulls out of his pocket and shows it to you.
I take the parchment and I examine it and see if I can identify any seals or emblems on said parchment.
Roll an investigation check for me, please.
That's a 15?
Nah, you can't tell anything. It's not even signed by anybody. It's just basically saying that on completion of holding said individuals hostage, payment will be made to them through anonymous messengers.
Where did you find this letter? How did you get hold of it?
Sorry,
And
Tillman. I'm interrogating him.
A messenger brought it to me.
Okay.
Describe this messenger.
He was short, wearing blue clothing. That's about all.
What race? What color hair did he have? What weapons
he
did he
was-
have on him?
He was human. Not sure if he was carrying any weapons.
What color was his eyes?
I'm assuming they might have been brown, but I didn't get a proper look at him.
The short one is question.
Sorry, is this just meta talk here, right, Mr. DM? Do you remember that when we had this guy hanging, you made a particular note to say that this guy was someone in
Important.
particular and fairly important that we did not know?
Yes, and he had one distinguishing marker on him.
Okay.
Now we can see it.
Can I now see clearer what the marker is?
No, still not really.
Okay. You were here with the other mercenaries.
Strip him down, guys. Strip him down.
Yeah, you know, he's hanging naked already, man. He's hanging like we're gonna search him, Mr. DM. Every cavity.
Lorelette,
Is he
I
hung?
want to see his eyes.
Lorelette, could I pull you aside for a second?
Sure.
So
No
what,
no fucking answer.
what's
Fun.
going on? What?
I said, so
Laura,
is he hung?
Oh,
Are you getting a
nice.
good look of this guy?
Dude, I know a Kurt from the first campaign.
Laurelette,
Yes?
are you getting
Hi.
a good look at this guy? Would you be able to perhaps, I don't know, replicate his appearance? Should needs arise?
Probably yes.
No. Just wanted to know if that was maybe an option we wanted to take to our gentleman in the ring there.
Hmm.
Where did you pick up this note?
It was handed to me on the street by a messenger.
What street, Kurt?
Don't remember. I think it was somewhere in the market district.
I'm
See,
gonna.
this guy's not,
I
you're
might
not
have.
asking the right questions.
Kurt with his responses.
I might offend some Nirvana fans here, but Kurt, I'm about to blow your mind, and not in the good way. You're not communicating. You're not giving me the information. If you don't give me any information, you're no good to me, alive.
Come on, give us some
That's
spirit.
fine. Then kill me.
Fine.
No,
Titman,
don't kill him.
dispose of this thing.
I- I'm gonna cast Searing Smite on my sword and make it glow very, very brightly, and like I'm gonna take it right up to him, like I'm gonna chop his head off, like intimidate him.
Oh, so now you are in the zone of truth.
Yeah.
But he's the caster, so he's not
charisma.
affected by his own spell.
Was it?
Oh, actually, no. Oh, okay.
Wait, let me just roll. That's a 5, and I got a plus 10, so I passed. I got a 15. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm gonna intimidate him, like with the sword and the Searing Smite and the sword and everything, to give us some information.
Roll your intimidation.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Ah, that's
Yeah.
a nat 20!
Yeah.
The 20, that's
I'll be
a
back
20,
now.
that's 20. So it's 27.
He doesn't seem to be intimidated by you.
With a 27.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'd chop his head off.
What?
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. Chop the guy's head off. Cool.
Yep.
Electricity.
I cast Revivify.
Oh god, no.
Oh my god. Wait, I have a spell for this. I could carry his head around. Hang on. It's called Animate Skull. Dead man tells no tales. It's always true. You imbue a skull with necromantic magic, granting it an eerie semblance of life. When you cast a spell, you can speak a phrase of 10 words of fear. Whenever a creature touches a skull, it enters a space within 5 feet of it. The skull speaks the phrase.
Oh, okay. Revivify fails.
Yeah.
Okay, he's dead,
Missing
guys.
head.
He's dead.
missing
I'm
a
just
head.
gonna casually lower him and put a carpet over him and take his head and throw it into the umbrella holder and be like, I think we went a little bit far with this one, but I think we're in agreement. It was necessary. Yes, everybody.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
No.
Okay, well, I think it's about time that we make our way back. Maybe we bump into the rest of the crew. We still need to find my ship. And we've saved the Lord, so it would be also good to see how the vote went.
Let's go to the parliament, yes.
Okay.
I wipe my sword on his body and then I just start walking with it.
Good stuff. 'Cause that's a nice sword. Where'd you get that, man? Oh shit, we're supposed to get my powder back as well.
Yes. So are we going to that little shop to get the
No,
back?
we'll do that
We need
after
to go see
Parliament.
the parliament. We need to go to the parliament.
We don't need to save it, Tim, and we already did all the saving. Look at us. We're heroes.
We need to go to parliament.
Okay, let's
We
go to
need to make
Parliament.
everybody... Right,
So you guys are making your. I take it, Juno, you're following with everybody
Yep.
else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yun and
Is Yun
obviously.
following us?
Yeah, he would be
I
with
turn
you.
around and I go, Chase! Where the fuck were you, man? Where'd you come from?
You know,
Wonder
just
if
sitting behind you.
Wait,
Yeah.
were you behind us this whole time?
Have you not noticed him?
No.
Clearly not. He did roll. He did say at the start of his thing he got a 23 on
That's
stealth, which means
I-
Nathan would need to be 23 on a perception check.
He failed it.
Okay, so you see Nathan take out a little book, and he mutters to himself as he writes, "Day since incident 0. Once again, they undermine me as the rogue of the party."
I love it. I love it. I
He
love
puts
it.
it back. Okay, let's go to Parliament, everyone.
Okay, so Yun and Nathan, you guys would know exactly where to go because obviously you haven't been here before. But as you're making, you can hear there's a lot of cheering and chanting and people running out of the Parliament buildings. And there's a little boy running. He says, "The vote went in favor of Lady Rita. Yay! Long
Yay!
Lady Rita, president. Yay!"
I toss the boy a gold coin.
Thank you, Mister.
Hey, I give Nathan a pat on the back, but like a hard pat, like he's like.
What is it? Is it a spider? Oh my god, get it off me!
Well done, well done, well done.
Yun, roll
Yep.
for me a perception check.
Perception. Cool.
Oh no. Who's disappearing now?
Well, that's my question. Disappearing
Right.
now.
It's good enough though. You notice that now when you focus your eyes a little bit more, you notice that Tedman at first for a second looked like he was like missing a body part, but it seems to be back now.
What?
Remember when we were
Range.
missing pieces?
We
were
have
floating
created
in
another
heads at one
timeline.
point. For now.
Interesting. Can I do an inside check on myself? Maybe try and figure out what maybe
Yeah, you can.
transpired.
You can. Thing is, we're assuming Yun's been with the group the whole time, which means when Flood encountered them, yeah,
would've.
you're okay, you're fine, but it's telling you that there must have been some sort of change
Something
in the
changed.
timeline, which has now sort of been rectified through actions the party has done.
Yeah, I'm playing with Uni. I think he was half aware what was going on most of the times. Yeah.
She's hitting the like button and the heart button like crazy, Mike.
Yeah, so I'm playing the Uni was half aware of what was going on. It's like, yeah, some mishap kind of thing. But yeah, cool. So yeah, okay.
You guys fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
We fixed it.
Okay, well you fucked up and they made it right, but you
Well,
still fucked
the
up.
question is Yun gonna
fixed
tell me
it?
this, or
My
Whisper
pile
in
of
Tedman's
ass
ear.
is rather attractive. Is my character going to come in anytime soon? I want to do some shit.
Very soon, very soon, very
oh look,
soon, very
we're
soon.
gonna do a lot of changes on this timeline, and if every time we do a change someone disappears, then unfortunately that's the movie we're gonna play out. But as far as I'm concerned, that's not how this plays out. So Ted should be just fine.
He is fine.
But I'm gonna whisper in Tedman's ear. Yeah, did you feel anything a few moments ago?
No.
That's the thing. They actually don't know. To
No,
them,
we
everything
would-
seems normal.
We were told
So
by
I'll
Flan-
explain to him what happened.
We
Yeah.
were told by
I
Flan that
saw.
we were missing pieces. Oh.
Yeah, that kind of was like, oh, these are.
Yeah, Flood told us
Fucking
that we were
retarded.
missing pieces and
Double one.
sort of. Oh, that I'm gonna look at Jessica to Lorelette and say, we fixed it, we're back.
I didn't even know he was gone again.
No, you knew.
Wait a minute.
What disappeared this time? My hand?
No,
No, you
Lorelette.
told us.
you came back.
Lorelette,
Fully restored.
Yes.
when we were speaking to Arthur, you wrote down the name of the guy that Arthur said was conspiring against Lady Rita, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It was Lord Baden.
Lord Baden.
I think. Give me a second. I just want to go into my mind palace quickly.
Tedman,
See
I
all the
have an
Mind
idea.
Palace.
in the head.
Maybe we should give this Lord Baden a visit. You still got the mercenary armor, don't you?
Yes, I do. I've got a. I think I still have it on. I haven't changed out of it.
Great.
This book.
I'll hand him the note, so he's got a copy of the note as well. Keep this on your person. I think we might
Okay.
give Lord Baden a visit.
Sounds fun. What's the purpose of this visit?
Well, Yun, I'm glad you asked. Seeing as we're changing the timeline and we're trying to fix the errors in our ways, I think let's cut to the chase. Cut, and I run my
Yeah,
finger
it is Lord Baden.
across my throat and I say, cut to the chase.
You want
I'm
me to
saying
cut
I'm
another
Makes
throat?
we should
sense,
kill
but-
Baden. That's what I'm saying, Yun.
You want me to cut another throat?
Well, you seem pretty good at it.
Oh, we might do that, but
Listen,
it might
yeah.
change something else again.
Indeed, it might, but we are well on track from the looks of things.
Okay, the worst enemy, either way.
Aren't you supposed to be like the pacifist here, and you're out here wanting to cut people's throats?
Oh, me, a pacifist? You're thinking of
No,
Robert.
I didn't say I didn't say Nathan. I said Tedmund.
Oh,
My lineage, my family is corrupt.
no, not
His
just that. No,
family-
no, no. You don't have to.
His family killed each other for titles, people.
Thank you. Not just that. We're talking about a man who hired mercenaries to kidnap elderly, frail lord people and try to kill us.
That's true. Off with his head.
Lady
Said the
Rita,
Queen of Hearts.
Lady Rita should be fairly grateful that not only are we able to maybe not kill him, maybe we bring him to Lady Rita for punishment. Ah, she'll be so impressed. Have you ever seen Lady Rita? Oh, she's a
Like what
thing of
proof?
beauty. One day I will have her hand in favor.
But with whips and chains.
Where's the chains? I thought we practiced enough with ropes, and I wink at Laurelette. Bing!
Laurelette. Drew is the one who likes the chains, isn't she?
Hey, leave me out of these
Isn't
conversations.
the truth
huh?
one that was into the bondage?
Yes.
Hey now, listen.
was. It was.
Ooh. Ooh.
The
Okay,
man
guys.
in the shadow
okay.
would know.
Yeah, luckily Yoon is wearing a mask, so...
You wouldn't happen to know where the ship is, would you?
Of course he would.
Yeah,
Good stuff. Good
if I
stuff.
remember correctly, yes. Should be
Okay,
fine.
everybody, let's take a vote and let's not waste and fondle and do anything further. Are we going to Lady Rita to tell her the news that we evaded the vote going sour, or are we gonna go get Lord?
I don't think Lady Rita knew about the vote. It's just being
Yes. I think maybe. Well, what about the ship?
Wait a
We can
minute.
do this.
What do you mean she didn't know about it? This is a good point. Tedman, if we bring Lord... What's his name again?
Baden.
Baden.
Lord Baden.
If we bring Lord Baden, she might think we're actually attacking a lord.
Yes.
We have to
Because we
prove-
never told anybody. We just went and fixed it ourselves.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So this is where the vote comes in. Do we go to see Lord Baden and get him to confess to Tedman in a way or another by pretending that Tedman is a mercenary collecting payment due to the loss of his personnel, some sort of remuneration, as he was ambushed by a puppet lady, and then take him to Lady Rita, or do we cut to the chase and go to Lady Rita? What does everybody vote? Tedman, what do you think?
I don't think we should take him to Lady Rita because we might get into trouble.
Yun, what do you think?
Usually these kingdoms, if they banish someone, they usually brand them. Maybe we could find out if there's something like that. Maybe just leave a brand on him or something. Mark him as a traitor.
Oh.
Ooh.
I like the way you think, man. That sounds awfully exciting, but it have to be when he's sleeping. Laurelette, what's your...
So let's go to his house.
So you're down to go to his house. Yun is down to brand him. Drew, what's your vote here?
My only concern is how our actions are going to further affect the timeline.
Oh,
if this
spoken like a sorcerer.
Lord,
Oh,
and
jeez.
this Lord, we don't know if he is the original or if he is perhaps like us, a time traveler, and how that might affect our decisions. Perhaps
how
He's a
would
we should
time traveler
interrogate
that's
him
in our
first.
favor. You know, I think you're overcomplicating this time travel, Drew. Have you ever time traveled before? Because this is not our first
No.
dance. So maybe let us guide you in the process.
Well, there should be some records of his lineage somewhere.
Okay.
I will keep
If you
leaving
wanna
to
go
your
that
hands.
far.
It is decided
Follow.
then. We are gonna go to Lord Baden's, or no, sorry, let's go to a tavern, recuperate, and then at nightfall we go to Lord Baden's place.
Yeah, I need
Yay.
some healing.
Okay, it is decided.
A little bit of a song of rest.
There we go. Let's do it.
Okay, so you guys are going to go find the nearest tavern.
Yes,
Yes.
Drinks on Nathan.
that's fine. This is why I'm the captain. Look at me, Tidman. I'm the captain now.
Oh, so you
Keep
relieved
going.
me of my duties.
Keep telling yourself that.
I'm gonna pat you on the head. So I like you.
Okay, so the group of you enter the tavern. As you walk in, you see seated at the bar. All of you roll a perception except for Gareth.
Except for me, okay.
Yeah, because you're this person.
Oh, yeah? How do you know this?
That's
How do you know
20.
this? Your percent,
11.
your perception might be terrible.
I heard a dirty 20 from somebody.
No, nat 20 plus 11, that's 33. I bet I'm super with him.
Oh,
What is your maths?
That's a 16.
16
Whoa,
here as
whoa,
well.
whoa, I want to understand Laura Let's maths. 20.
Sorry,
31,
31, not 33.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
I was
fine.
just about to say.
I'm drunk and I still don't think that's right. Like,
I
man.
noticed it as soon as I said it, okay?
Uh-huh, but you still said it.
As soon as I said it.
Okay. You see a Yunti pureblood apparently drowning his sorrows for some reason.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Someone
I-
should
I'm gonna.
do I see
I'm
this
gonna-
Yunti all sad to himself?
Well,
Wait, how
everybody-
does a Yunti look like? Is it human
A
or what
snake.
is
It's
it?
like a bird.
Humanoid with
Like-
so,
He's got
yeah.
a picture. Hold on.
I do?
I'm gonna get.
You've shown us a Yunti pureblood before.
Oh, yeah.
A humanoid with
You
With a
should have
snake
one
head.
somewhere.
features.
I'm gonna
No,
get.
so,
two
so if
drinks.
it's a snake person, that's fine.
I'm gonna go sit next to him, give him a drink, and say, "I know what you're going through, man." And I'm gonna sit and drink with him.
Hey, alcohol! Let me have some.
So we all just joining
Okay,
his
no.
table. It's the only table that's
It's
available.
He's by the bar.
Is there anything else
I
in this
can't like
tavern?
look at this and I'm like, who the fuck are you? I expect like I didn't know you from a bar of soap.
And I
And
said,
you just come
got
and join
the
my
drink,
fucking
man.
table.
Soap.
I'm gonna approach him and be like, "Hey there, friend. You look a little bit down under." Please do an Australian accent.
I kind of look at you with an unamused face,
So
like
it's,
just like
you look
like,
like you could do with a drink, my friend. At least in good
Look,
company.
and-
We have reason to
and,
celebrate.
and I look at the drink in my hand. I'm like, I'm having see this. Your perception is terrible.
Perhaps it's not strong enough.
Okay, what are you drinking, friend?
The strongest ale in town.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, I heard from a
Ooh,
little
I want
bird
some of that.
that some Yuntis can't really hold their drink. Maybe that's why you're all so sad and mellow. Maybe we could have a drinking competition.
Yes.
I do not know you.
I'll
and,
take part
it's-
of this.
I'll buy the drinks, friend.
I do not need to satisfy your amusement. I'm not here for your entertainment.
Oh, entertainment. No,
okay.
we already got
Can
that
I-
section covered. I'll have you know, and I pointed Lorelette, who's I'm assuming is already trying to climb on the stage.
And
No,
I can't
I'm
just, like, where the hell are
I'm
you
on the
pointing at?
table
Oi,
trying to steal his alcohol.
You trying to steal my alcohol?
No, Lorelette, no, down, Lorelette, down. I know how this is gonna
Listen,
go.
I want
I'll buy you a
this. He
drink.
said this is the strongest. He says it's the strongest ale. I want it.
Yeah, it's the strongest ale they have. Well, at least according to me. Whether or not it is, but
Listen, it might be the strongest ale, but I doubt it's gonna lift up your spirits. Sorry.
what are you thinking? You're human, eh? Oh, you're half Goliath.
Yeah, well, technically, we're Goliath lineage, so I'm a very tall human.
Yeah, I'm not going to test that because you probably have a bigger strength than mine. So like I'll be like, yes, I believe you could definitely lift my spirits, but can I assist you with anything, or what can I
Well, I'm
do
glad
for
you asked. First of all, I am
What?
Nathan Valorant.
Nathan?
Yes,
Valorant?
yes. And you might be?
Your name sounds familiar. My name is T.
T.
Yes.
Your
Oh,
name
spell
sounds
the T.
also familiar, but I've had many
I'm not-
beverages in my time.
I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But,
I like what you did there, T. Listen. I've gone.
yes, because
I'm in
a
need.
UNT.
I'm gonna
I am
tap him
looking
on his
for
back and
some
said,
people
we
to
had a
join.
paladin friend who was like you.
I am
I
looking
assure
for
you.
people to join our
You
crew.
did not.
We seem to
You
have
might
lost.
have had someone of the same race.
And
Yeah.
Nathan walks away. I'm just gonna walk away and be like, right, I'm gonna sit down at
The
a table,
introduction got spoiled.
order a round of drinks, and just chill.
Okay,
Sorry,
can I do?
Nathan. I was responding to the gentleman that said we had somebody like you. The
We had a
arrogance.
friend like you, a paladin friend like you.
The arrogance.
I'll be honest with you, Tidman, I don't remember any UNT paladins, party.
It was the cook. The cook that was always high.
Was that a
With the
paladin?
special ingredients.
That was
Yeah.
a paladin.
And was
the
that a
special
UNT?
He
ingredients.
joined with Drew. He joined with Drew. Don't you remember him?
That thing wasn't a
He like
UNT.
died in.
It
It
It was.
He was.
Isn't a UNT a bird?
If you don't know by
No,
now,
it's
you
a
would
snake.
use
Oh,
one
no,
of
it's
my
a
favorite
snake.
ones. Yes. If you don't know by now, you would use my favorite race
I
to
thought
play.
you had a skin problem and it was just a featherless bird.
Nah, I'm a little bit shady, but
Okay. Scaly
Shady,
fan.
I would say shady.
Well, look, I deal in scaly things myself.
shady.
We've currently lost a couple of
You
our.
want to scale this up?
Oof, I need another drink for that. We've had a couple of losses in our party, and we're looking for some members to maybe assist us. What's on the agenda, you ask? A little bit of interrogation, a little bit of torture. That's
Stop.
just tonight.
Stop.
Hmm.
You had me at torture.
Ha! Great.
You
Fantastic.
had me at
Where
torture.
he likes
I
he
get
likes
to hurt
handcuffs
people,
and
and I
chains
perhaps
and-
get paid for it.
Yes. In fact, if you look over here and I whip out the contract for for the victory, and say,
And
I saw him-
yeah.
as you can see, you will be part of the crew. Part of the ship, part of the crew, and we have a ship, we have a crew, and we embark on a serious mission in order to preserve life and magical items alike for this world. And we might incur some losses and some gains, but it's all communal to an extent. You will be kitted out with as much of what is required for you to do your job efficiently. Yeah, and whatever you make, we take a cut, and that goes towards the ship's upgrades and savings for when we need to upgrade again. So if you sign over here, it'll just essentially say that I'm not liable for any loss of life.
doesn't happen often.
It's not always my fault. What? I bought you drinks. You can drink if you got dry throats. What's going on?
So, okay, Nathan,
Yes.
as much as appreciate the drinks, I have a clause where I'm more than happy to join your party, but I have a specific agreement, which means I cannot sign any other contracts. If that is an issue, unfortunately, I'm going to have to decline. But
Okay then.
currently-
Thanks. Nice seeing you. Everybody, let's go torture and interrogate. Time to go.
Can I just swipe his drink first?
No,
It
we're
doesn't
going.
matter. I have a contract, and my contract states that I cannot agree or sign other contracts with other people.
Look,
Uh,
I can't.
I'm more than happy-
I'm
I'm
not
more-
gonna-
I'm more
I'm not
than
gonna kiss-
happy
I'm
to
not gonna
join
kiss
you.
your ass. right?
I
And
don't
I'm not
want
going to
to get
beg
mad.
you to sign this contract or agreement for being part of my crew, but we're part of a very prestigious group of individuals in charge of essentially saving the world, and that takes a certain level of commitment.
Would you accept a verbal agreement?
No,
Okay then.
sign
Then
the paperwork.
I don't know what to say. I cannot sign the paperwork.
Okay, then don't sign it. Cheers, guys. Let's go.
Tell you, I pick him up and I drag him along with me.
Let him go. He's not a pet, Tedman. He's a humanoid.
But he looks so pretty. He's little snaky. I want to peel off his scales.
Please do not.
You take damage for that.
Like, I don't know if you would survive. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
Just 2 scales.
I'm just going to let you know that although Nathan's your captain, you don't necessarily have to agree with all his decisions.
Oh,
That's
so
fair.
so you're not even part of the crew, and you're already offering mutiny to the table.
I'm
I am
just
going to
saying-
summon a dagger under the table, and have it ready. Next word out of your
I've-
mouth, UNT, I'd think very carefully what comes out of that splitted tongue before.
I've already picked
It's
him up
split
and we
again.
started walking out already.
Do you really do this? Saying I will help the
It is
party.
just gonna stand in
I
the corner and
just
watch what
cannot
happens.
sign another contract. I've already signed a contract with my deity. You know,
That's
Like,
the difference.
I'm
for
a warlock.
contract,
I've
my
literally
friend.
sold my soul away to a fucking another god or demon.
Listen, buddy, you're talking about a contract. Like, this is meta talk now. We're talking about a contract with a deity, right? This is not a corporate contract of which it will be in conflict of by
Yeah, but
seeking further
that-
employment.
But does this not mean that I have to be loyal to you?
No, it means that you have to be loyal to the crew, to our cause.
Okay. So I have
You
to
still
be loyal
have your own
to-
shit to deal with. Everybody has their own shit to deal with. UNT. T.
Would you, Anthony? Would you accept this as an understanding of the contract? So although I have to be loyal to the crew, I'm not breaking my loyalty to my deity.
No, you would never do that because
Okay.
you it's not deity basically, it's your patron.
It's yeah. Sorry, patron. Sorry, I've had a bit to drink. My patron. So you would say that this is not.
No,
in
it
conflict.
will not be in breach of your oath to your patron. You can still work with other people and be contracted to them, but whatever your patron will ask will overrule any decision.
In that case, I will agree to the terms and conditions and sign the contract.
Very good. I see you've chosen wisely. I desummon the blade.
So that moment, a guy walks into the tavern and said, "Drinks all around for everybody." And he ambles over to the
Yay!
bar and he
Okay, can I roll a perception?
Ah, bro, I'm angling for a fight, bro. I wanna
Yeah,
go
I was gonna say, who the
fucking
fuck is
punch
this
him.
guy? Like, guys, we have a job to do. Like, we've had drinks. Let's go.
Oh, no, I will have another drink. He can buy me a drink, and then I'm gonna knock him the fuck out.
Yeah, but is this someone we recognize?
Yes, I'm gonna roll a perception.
okay.
That's
That
18
would-
Or
for
are
me.
we all rolling perceptions?
It's up to
If
you
you're
guys.
drunk, you're rolling deception.
I couldn't give a fuck about you. The fuck walked in.
We got free
29.
drinks, guy. We got free
Yeah,
drinks.
no, same. I have no interest in this conversation. I'll probably be back somewhere.
Free drinks. We're more worried about the free drinks.
Okay, Tedmund.
I've got a 4. I'm drinking.
Shit, okay. Don't know. Sorry, T.
Wait, was the roll for whether or not we're going to drink, or the roll for perception?
Perception.
Perception.
Perception if you
I'm
wanted
gonna give a
to.
fuck. Yeah, I
I
could
don't-
not give a fuck, bro. I'll take the drink.
I'm
I'll
rolling
take
for
the drink.
perception. That's an 18.
Okay.
29.
Drew.
23, but I don't really care.
Okay. He just seems to be a soldier from the army, basically. That from the from Tolkien. He looks like he is a member of the Order of the Brotherhood, but he's just very happy because the vote went in favor of Lady Rita. So that's why he's just buying around for everybody in the tavern.
Oh, okay. He's just a lord, excited lord. Everyone, don't mind him.
I'll just introduce myself to him and ask his name.
Cool. His name is
Alfred.
What a great name.
Right, Mr. Not Ready DM? Mine
His
is-
name is no. So his name is Rigby.
Rigby.
What?
Rigby.
Rigby.
And do you have perhaps a family name? Or just
Nope.
Rigby?
Just Rigby.
Well,
Well,
so-
actually, Sergeant Rigby, if you really want to know.
Oh.
fair enough.
Oh.
Well, in any case, thank you for the drinks. No, we'll
Hey, it's
do that.
only a. And he's like, looks for a sec. He says, stops. And he's like,
Huh?
Nathan.
I bolt
Oh, no.
out the window. I'm gone. I am gone, dude.
Okay.
Like literally pingling out the window.
Okay.
I'll sit down and
drinking.
finish my drink and
I'm just sitting here drinking.
Nathan's gone.
This drink is good.
He turns around to the group. He says, "That's Nathan, all right, jumping through windows."
Yeah,
that was
him.
not. That was not. That was not him.
That was him.
That was somebody else.
That was him.
That was
Well,
not. Don't lie.
Was-
Statement. Don't lie. It was not Nathan.
Laurelette, roll me a deception. See, you are so adamant about this.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. So bad. That is there's 15 in total. Yes.
No, I don't think you're going to be able to deceive Tidmund or the others.
Swipe them.
That was him. Say,
Oh well,
do you
he
have-
says.
do you know something about him?
Yeah, he grew up. Him and his buddy Robert. They used to visit the barracks often, getting up to mischief.
Oh, so he's not. In, like,
not
any
surprising.
trouble or something.
Sorry?
Is he not in any trouble or anything?
No. Well, hang on a second. Hey, wait. And then he notices you, and he says, "You're that monk dude that was hanging out with Robert and Nathan, aren't you?"
Hence why I jumped out the window.
A while back.
I'm not
Yes,
remember, we're not
possible.
supposed to be in town.
Exactly. He says, you know, it's the strangest thing. I'm sure I just had a conversation with you a couple of hours ago.
I wouldn't know.
No.
I wasn't around earlier, so could be wrong.
Oh, okay. Oh. It's
I,
just-
I lightly bump Yoon there on in the side. I'm like, listen, we traveled back in time, so he spoke to the other you. Act cool, dude.
Well, not actually. I'm a different me now.
What do you mean you're a different you? Did you hit your head or something? I mean, I was talking to you and Robert.
I'm
and then
gonna
what was
send a
it? There was
psychic
that short
whisper.
little. There's that short little. What was that short little one's name?
Oh yes.
Randall Bottom.
That's his name. Oh, you know
I've
him?
heard-
He looks
I've heard of
over
him.
Ted.
I've heard of him.
You heard of him. Yeah, and he was also had these two other weird characters, Samantha and Misty, that were with them as well.
Oh yes.
And of course everybody's least favorite citizen of Monolith.
Who's the least Flad?
You're not there. You can't say that, Mike.
I just, no, I
so
just,
who
I
might
just
that
took that
be?
personally. I wanted to know who it was.
It is Fudge.
Okay.
Yeah.
The least favorite, the fuck. Like some people love him, some people don't. You know, he's not the least favorite.
He's one of my favorites. Like I've got 3 favorites.
Yeah. The guy says, so is it true that Nathan was caught?
And
What?
set,
I am going to whisper
answer
to
me.
and
everybody
set free because he was
psychically
innocent.
to get out of there and not say a word about me.
I mean, you know, you were busy with that investigation in Lady Rita's house, weren't you?
I'm not sure.
No,
Okay, I'm gonna come back in with a disguise.
Okay. Well, Mike, it's actually it's probably a thief skill, so it would be it's a check. You've got a disguise kit, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So it's proficiency plus dexterity.
Not
You
20.
can add two. Foot sack.
I'm dead serious.
I'm just saying foot sack because I don't need it now. Okay, so yeah, you come in and this stranger walks right up to the party.
Right. And I say, hi, I see you got us confused with the mighty heroes of Monolith. You know, I'm a stuntman. We do the reenactments of their achievements in a live performance on the streets. Hence why I jumped out of the window. I was practicing my ability to jump through a window. And then I casually look at the team and I say, get on. We perform live every Thursday night. You're welcome to come join us and toss us a couple of gold coins.
Roll for me a deception, please, with advantage because you got your disguise kit on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, another nat 20.
Those dice are rigged.
No, that's a different dice. That's my green and purple. So
Um,
he's Joker dies.
that would be.
He turns around and he
8.7.
says, okay, he turns around and he says, where do you perform?
By Elm Street.
Okay, I'll go check it out sometime.
Yeah, you do
But I
that.
must admit, he turns over to you and he says, you look so much like that monk that was with Robert and Nathan, Robert and that group of adventurers who were looking for Nathan.
Yeah, I
It's
know. I
unbelievable.
know. I almost had a run-in with them myself. It took a while to just to prove them
Yes,
that I'm
but-
just a performer. When I performed,
You
they
see-
said I was so terrible that I must be a performer, and they let me.
I get that a lot, but the other monk's a healer. I'm not a healer.
Yeah.
We're completely different.
Okay.
In fact, he doesn't heal any
alright,
hearts; he just breaks them, and I jab him. Heartbreaker.
and he says, look, I'm so sorry to have bothered you, but what is the name of your performance group? I'm gonna go track you down.
Arcana Delights.
Arcana Delights. I will remember that name. I'm gonna go see if I can go check your show. When is the next one?
Next Thursday.
Next week Thursday.
Next week, Thursday. Okay. Oh, I think I might be on duty that night. I'll have to check the duty roster.
Oh, it's a pity. It'll be a good show. Look, we're not in town all the time. We do travel, so we'll see you whenever we're around. You'll see the flyers around.
Oh, you got a flyer? May I see one?
Oh no. Next show, buddy. Next show. We've already done this performance. We're gonna be, doing the rerun on the Thursday. So whatever flyers are in town is what we have, and they're already out, pinned to the wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
yeah,
just
we
ask-
need to
I'll
get
just
the
ask some of
ones from
the-
the printer.
I'll just ask some of the more affluent members of the community. I'm sure they've heard of you guys.
Yeah. You do that, and you tell them that Sean Connery gave you a discount, and you can go backstage, and it is a street performance. There's no real stage, but at least you can hang out with the stars when we're done performing. I think it's pretty cool. Chicks think.
I love that idea. Oh, and I can maybe get some autographs or signatures, hey?
Yes.
Cool. Have you ever performed for Lady Rita?
Not in the way that I would like to, but no, I think
I wasn't
Oh, jeez.
I'm sure royalty is more used to more sophisticated performances.
finer taste.
Yeah.
Royalty?
Yeah. Yes. No, royalty. No, we perform for the common folk.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, enjoy your drinks. I'm so glad the vote went her way. Oh, what a stuff up. First there was this, it was the most amazing thing. First there was 4 of the councillors were missing. Then somebody planted explosives in the Parliament building.
Oh, no,
then the
that
4
sounds-
missing people arrived. And can you believe it?
That sounds terrible and fantastic at the same time. You must have had
Yeah,
a
it
terribly
was
busy
the-
day.
Oh, it's been unbelievable. But you know what the best part about the whole thing was? Is that Sir Randolph was the deciding vote that stopped Lord Baden from turning pull it back into a monarchy.
Interesting. Where's Lord Baden tonight? He must be, awfully disappointed. Maybe drinking his troubles away.
I think he actually retired to his home, from what I understand. He was quite pissed off at some of his followers as well when the vote didn't go his way. He literally stormed out of the Parliament buildings.
Interesting. You say the lords were almost kidnapped, yeah?
Well, they were missing and they rocked up and they told this fanciful story, all four of them. They said a group of adventurers, a man and a little halfling on his shoulder, and another human type in armor and that.
I've heard
kind
about
of rich,
them. Don't they,
kind of.
appointed Lord
kind of-
Isn't it uncultured swines?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
uncultured
They
swines.
told
I
this
heard they're
fanciful
halfling.
story, and I mean, what's her name? Lady Cerise told us about this. The enchantress turned them all into toys. I mean, just some fanciful
Salmon's been
stories.
getting to the bottom of a bottle.
Well, that's what we figured as much.
Half
But
insane.
but anyway, the vote took
But tell me
place,
something.
and yeah.
If this had to be true, and let's say the person responsible for this had to come to light, what would happen to that person?
What, the person responsible for holding up the vote?
Yeah, and for the dolls, playing with dolls. is
Well,
very
from what I
shameful.
understand, the individual that placed the explosion is currently incarcerated in the prisons. So that person will face the full might of Torquenan law.
The person that held the explosion. I'm trying
Oh, yeah,
Valorant
somebody-
tries to
somebody-
remember if this
somebody set explosives in the Parliament building to delay the vote because there were people missing, from what we can gather. So it was very, very clever whoever they were that did it. But unfortunately, the individual, she will be facing a proper Tarkinian trial in the next few days for
Mr.
terrorism.
DM, do I know who it is? Do I remember?
It was me.
Was it?
That's meta.
Yes.
That's meta, yes.
Meta? It was me, remember?
No.
And I got arrested.
He got arrested, remember? Ted said, just play along. Did you guys forget that part that Ted told it
That
to?
that was in the live session that we did that.
Oh, so
No.
Yes, it
I'm
was.
supposed to
Yeah,
remember
it
that.
was.
Well, it's not my problem you missed it.
Nice guys. Okay.
I did tell you.
So you're not arrested meta-wise, so that we are assuming that jail cell is empty.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
No, it's not
But if
empty.
someone
There's a
kept
guard there
disguised
in
inside.
shackles.
Yeah, there's a guard and she's left behind in shackles behind there, yeah.
Okay, well, I think it's time for us to go. Oh, we got a performance to adhere
Yes,
to.
yes. And the guy says, yeah, no, definitely. I'm definitely going to look you guys up. It's been a pleasure chatting to such brilliant actors. For a second there, I really thought he was the monk I spoke to this morning. It's amazing how much similar he looks.
I know, the resemblance is uncanny. A lot of people say I look
Yeah.
like Nathan, but let's be honest, I'm more handsome.
He looks over it. He says, "Nah, you look like somebody really injured you. Nathan's a lot more handsomer and well built and muscular."
Right. Thanks.
That was actually an insult, but anyway.
Yeah, I gathered. Okay. Well, have a nice evening. Enjoy your drinks, and we.
Yeah, thanks again for the entertainment. It was most impressive.
Oh, I'm glad you liked my window performance.
Yeah,
Cheers.
it does. He turns around. He says, "Just one small thing before you leave, though. There's the case of 20 gold pieces to replace the window you just broke."
Oh, of course, and I hand him 20 gold pieces, but I don't let go of them. He has to really yank them off my hand.
He pulls it out to you like, "Thank you."
Fuck. Bye.
Brian, he walks over to the bartender and flips it. He says, "For the broken window." And the bartender like looks at it and says, "Okay." I take it the group walks out of the tavern, back into the
Mhm.
streets.
No, aren't we supposed to be taking a short rest here?
No, it's
Because
nighttime,
of
we've
Nathan,
rested.
We can't. Because of Nathan, we can't rest.
I'm sorry, okay,
Yeah.
that I'm so cumbersome, Tedman.
Tedman is busy dying over here.
We don't have any say.
Well, we
in
found a different tavern and have a short rest in there.
That's
Yeah, you got
probably
to the tavern opposite. You can go inside. And you guys can take a short rest.
this. Let's spend some hit die.
Once again, I am untouched.
Yes, because we had to shield you.
Because you had to what?
Shield you.
You didn't hear me, did you? No one touched me. In fact, the only person that got hurt was you by me.
No,
Yeah, I roughed you up so you could look like a mercenary, remember?
but I still got damage from the first battle with all the mercenaries.
Yeah, and I didn't.
5 hit dice. Let's see, 5 hit dice.
I'm just saying.
What is
Just saying.
what is
guys.
5 hit dice gonna roll?
Are we still playing this game? What's going on?
I'm rolling health quickly. You can carry on. Why didn't it roll?
I wanna
Okay.
go and start a fight, bro.
In the
Is there
cover
anybody
of...
I can fight in this tavern?
We can fight in this one. I'm good.
No, we're gonna go out and get this guy. You can fight the gods, T.
Okay, fine. Alright, alright.
Murder,
I like the
absolute
spirit.
murder.
You know, like ale makes me a bit rowdy, bro. I'm gonna go fuck some mix up, bro.
Fair enough. Okay, could we say it's the cover of nighttime now, Mr. DM?
It's the sun is starting to set. Yes.
Okay, I wake up whoever's sleeping from their short rest. And I get everybody, let's get ready.
What do you want? What do you want?
We're
What do you
gon-
want?
We're gonna go get Lord
We're gonna go get drunk.
Balden,
Lord Baden.
Balden, Vader. That one.
Lord
Baden.
Baden.
Think Biden, then go Baden.
Oh, Lord Biden. Yes, please. We're gonna go
Lol.
get Lord Biden.
Oh, that's not bad. 31 plus
Oh.
20
Is
is
this the guy
51.
getting torture and
51.
possibly kill with a smile on my face?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
oh,
the
can we
one.
cut off his balls?
No, that's Flood's job. But like I don't know
You
who
know
Flood
Flood?
is. I don't know who Flood is, but I believe that was somebody
You
else's
know
job.
Flood?
Yeah.
Come, let's go fight some people. I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Mr. DM?
I'm waiting for you guys.
Yeah, well, let's go
We're
find this
off-
guy, bro.
Yes,
go on the
we're
hunt.
We're going to Lord Baden's house.
Cool. So you guys walk around the city for 1 hour without finding his house.
I asked.
No.
People in
We
the
will
street.
ask if there's anybody on the way. We'll ask for directions. And
Okay.
Surely he's a popular guy. Somebody must know the general vicinity in which he must live.
Would Nathan not know where Lord Baden lives? Considering he knows all the
You-
other lords?
Yeah, you would.
Listen,
Okay.
wasn't you
What the fuck you taking us to his
one of
house?
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
You went to his house to burn his house down in the past, so you should know where it was.
Yun did
No, I
not.
did not.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was Robert's lad. Sorry, forgive me.
No,
It wasn't
Flood.
Robert.
It was Flood and Dingleberry.
Randall Button.
Oh yeah.
Single bottom.
Oh, that
Green-
reminds me.
Go.
We could take out Lord Baden and make it look like an accident, guys.
With all due respect,
Yes, T. You're a valuable member of this team. Speak your mind. You are in
if
a
I'm going
safe,
to take him out, I
safe
don't give
circle.
a fuck if it looks like an accident or not.
Good. Anybody else in agreement?
Just fucking break
can
in
cut his
pieces,
throat.
yes, fuck.
Can I cut his balls?
No, that's not gonna
Yes,
look
please.
like an accident,
Why
guys.
do you want to touch his
Oh,
balls?
maybe it was a kinky accident. Who fucking knows?
Yes. Give him some
Drew?
stab marks all over and little bite marks and.
Are you
No,
going to be
I
biting
didn't.
him?
Okay,
or
can
cutting him?
I Can I steal Mike into the side table for a second?
Oh, Allah falala. What's happened, guy?
You do remember that you kind of tortured Lord Baden in the past originally, right?
No, I don't.
You and that you don't kill him. You left him tortured, basically. You threatened him.
And did it work?
Well, you don't know because you guys left the city the next day to start going to track down these mines after your discussion with Lord Randolph.
So we're now back in time, and we're here to fix things, and we're gonna do things better. So it makes sense.
So
to
are
me that
you-
we're gonna kill him this time round?
You're gonna kill him this time around. Okay, cool.
Yeah, right? Because he's
Okay.
Okay, well, we're gonna interrogate him first and find out why the first
Okay.
time. Look, I've had a few
You do,
drinks.
you do remember that in the original timeline, Philip's character got him drunk and had a nice little chat at the brothel.
Yeah, and what came, Mr. DM? What came from that?
Not much really, just that more information about the fact that potentially that Roberts, that what had happened, that if the vote doesn't go, there is other ways to remove Lady Rita from power.
That's right. That's why we need to kill him. Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay, can go back.
Cool. Okay, everybody.
I just had to remind Mike of something,
Thank you
So
for
we
that.
can't kill Lord
which
Biden.
the lawkeeper should probably also know if she's been listening.
Yeah, no, we. Okay, everybody, and
Hey,
like-
wait. I actually want to test Jessica's law for a
okay,
second.
Tested.
Her phone froze.
Is she not here?
I can hear her.
I just want to do a history check, maybe to try and remember, or an insight check, maybe try and remember what day they actually tried it on
What?
when they went to his house.
Oh,
The
okay.
people that went to his house.
Okay. Roll.
Well, we never went to his
happened?
house, did we?
There was
No,
some people.
not in the house.
No. They definitely some.
I've got that written down of who went to the house and what happened there.
Oh, you do you?
Oh my!
I
Oh
do.
my soul. Okay, then please tell Yun, because he just got a net 20 on his history check.
That is
house
character
is
from
up
the
to
Golden
Sprite,
300 years ago. God, Captain Robert, put it to Sorry, just give me a second. I'm just trying to get to that part where they actually burnt down the house and found the painting with a journal.
No, but that's got nothing to do with when they met with Lord Baden. Lord Baden, I've just reminded Mike what happened.
So if you let me roleplay,
As
I
well,
don't
something
think
else.
I've
I'll
watched.
enlighten you.
I don't. I
Fair
don't think
enough.
I've watched that part.
Okay. Then, Mike, you can tell Werner because you got the net 20.
Right, so Werner, what's happened is that we actually ran into Lord Baden in a tavern. Robert got him incredibly drunk and got him to essentially tell him that he was planning to assassinate Lady Rita. So we in
Oh
turn,
yes.
Because remember,
It was that ball or something. It was a formal
What?
event, wasn't it?
okay. Guys, can we just pause for 5 minutes? I just need to help somebody
Yeah.
with something quickly. Sorry.
Okay. So in
But what you can do
essence-
is just remind yourselves what actually happened, remembering that you guys interrogated Lord Baden, and that's also when the clue was given that it's not the first time that they've removed somebody from power, referring to Lady Liesel's death.
Yes, if I remember correctly, we had that thing at that formal event, and then I think someone followed him or something else. Well, yeah, something like that. Quite a while back.
Well, whilst the DM does what he needs to do, essentially, I don't want it to roleplay this, so we'll wait for it.
We can wait until he's back. Yeah. Get something to drink.
Go get yourself something to drink, everyone. And now for this episode, make sure to dial 1-800-D&D for your Arcana Delights. If you call right now, you'll have 2 for the price of 1. Remember, every Arcana Delight is never tasted on any living animal product. That's right.
Jessica, do you want to chat
Animal
to
products.
Nathan about what we discussed while he was inside table?
Yeah, so, but that'll also make the point moot if we do that because of it was a nice idea, but he technically, I don't know if that was before or after we burned the house down, that Robert was drinking with Baden in the tavern. Mike?
I mean, you would still be disguised, so why
Yeah, no,
would
so-
that matter?
So what I was gonna say is we actually went and we tortured him.
So he's already dead.
No, he's gonna be making his way to the tavern.
To this tavern we're in now.
Possibly.
So basically, you have to let the events play out. You can't go after him. 'Cause
No.
otherwise-
Yeah.
We're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Oh.
This
but if
time
he-
round,
if-
we're gonna do it right. We're not gonna torture
Do-
him and get him to change
Okay.
his mind. We're gonna kill him.
Do we have to do this before or after? Because if we do it before,
Has to be after.
that changes history. So we have to do it after.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. We've
history
spoken
again.
about this. We're gonna change so many things. We can't be pussyfooting around every single issue. Things are gonna change whether we like it or not. So we might intercept them
And then if
before
we
he runs
disappear, we
into
disappear.
Rob and them.
So happen, right? Our events to happen,
Mhm.
and then when he leaves, and we leave him alone.
Or we can let his house burn down, let him have his little mission to the tavern, get drunk, get tortured, and then he goes back home only to find out not only was he tortured and he gave the whole plot away, but his house got burnt down, and then we kill him.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I like the way you
Yeah.
think. See?
That's what I'm like. We need to let the events take place, and then once we've left him, then we can be like, oh, okay, well, we're not going to see him again. So now then we can go and kill him. That's exactly what I was.
And then we
Yeah.
are effectively
I am.
the bad guys of the storyline. I love it.
Hello, little pussycat. Meow, come here.
And that's when I can go and okay, so that can then work in
Yeah.
what Sarah suggested is I disguise myself as Kurt, right? And
yourself
we kill
Oliver.
him. Listen, I can cast disguise self. I can be as tall as I want to.
He doesn't
No,
know
don't
Kurt,
blame
guys.
Oh, you can only be a foot taller or shorter, I think.
Like we don't need to. We don't need to do any discussions. We can
He
just.
doesn't
flat
know
out
what he looks
ambush
like,
him.
so it's fine.
We know what he looks
Yeah,
like.
But the idea was to make him look guilty and make it look like an accident, and
that's my
have
nuts.
everyone know that he did what he did.
No.
Come here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
Blame it
remove
on
him.
Kurt.
Come here.
Exactly. And then we aren't the bad guys. He gets found out for the lying, cheating, terrible person that he is.
Okay, so
And
how
he
is he gonna
dies.
get found
When-
out to be a
when-
lying, cheating person?
Because we have the note from Kurt.
The,
She's going
the
to
note
look
doesn't
like
say
Kurt,
anything about
and we're
Lord
going to
Baden.
cause a ruckus in the street.
The note says nothing about Lord Baden.
Yes, but we can say it's in his handwriting, and if she's playing
How do you
Kurt,
know it's in his
then she can say,
handwriting?
"Oh no, it's you," and I can't.
How do you know it's in his handwriting?
Yeah, but not everyone in the street knows.
no.
No one needs to know.
you-
We will say that is the case.
Oh, and then
Why
we're
would
gonna
they
say,
believe us?
Yeah, why would
Yeah.
they believe us? And they would be like, how
Why
do you
wouldn't
know?
they? He would be dead. There would be no one to defend him.
Exactly, and then we'd have to explain ourselves to why do we know this and why is the guy dead?
Okay, sure.
We just kill him, guys. We ambush him, we kill him. Done dusted.
Yes, you
Okay,
little
I am
fluffy
back.
bag.
Sorry about that. I just had to help my
Ooh.
father-in-law with something.
You
Okay.
little fluffy bug.
So there seems to be some uneasiness at this point in time, right? With people's opinions in regards to how we're going to tackle this. So
Okay.
as the reluctantly accepted role thrust upon me of being captain, I am going to designate that Drew, T, and Laurelette kill him.
Aw,
And
sad.
Tedman, Yun, and myself will supervise it.
Okay.
But this is what we're going to do, Mr. DM.
I'm listening.
We're gonna wait for him to go back to the tavern, have his ordeal with the original crew, get drunk, get us accosted and assaulted. Then when he goes back home and finds out his house is burnt down, The test at hand will be for Drew and T and Laurelette to kill him and finish the job
Okay.
and make it look like an accident.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Uh,
Like, first of all, T is new. He needs to prove his worthiness to be part of the team, and he's committed. Secondly, Drew, you just been, opinionating yourself, but, I need you to, take some action. And Laurelette, you just like dynamite. You're waiting to explode. If I don't give you action, you're gonna cause trouble for us. So you might as well just be part of it.
Murder! Pure
Murder.
unadulterated murder!
Okay, so if I understand this correctly, you're gonna wait for him to finish his little stint at the tavern, and then follow him with the party. Okay, which means you would see who threatened him in the original timeline. Though I can't remember that much. Oh no, it was Grundle, I think it was, or Flood. And it was Flood scared him half shitless. That's right, it was Flood who scared him half shitless.
Wait, are you saying that the three of them could accidentally run into Flad?
Yeah, very
We've
much so.
already did.
I need to
Yeah,
make.
like, really did.
Probably, but they could run into him again.
I need to make some popcorn.
oh, but like he will, but this time he'll be like, oh, it's you guys again.
Yeah, you.
I can see you guys all have your parts. So that's good.
Yeah, that's what it will be exactly. That okay, you guys look normal now.
Yeah,
Not freaked out. You
Yeah.
haven't freaked out anymore.
yeah.
Okay, we're back to it.
Cool. Okay, so back in. Okay, so yeah, so eventually you see Lord Baden as he leaves the tavern. Him and Robert hugging each other like best chummies as they exit as actually the brothel that they left, where they were both drunk as skunks. And he eventually helps him all the way back to his place.
Flood, I just want to let you know, Flood right now is probably having a little bit of a mental breakdown, actually, by the way.
Why?
Because Flood just realized that when he ran into the party, he didn't see himself.
Ah, yes. That's also true, huh?
What's that?
When Flood saw the new party members,
Hmm?
it didn't immediately click to him, but now later he noticed that
Wasn't there.
Flood
Wait.
wasn't with the group.
Are you saying this is future Flad that traveled back in time with us?
No.
No.
So how would he?
Past flag, past flag.
Oh,
Flood saw them.
Oh, right.
Right?
Right.
The past
right.
Flood saw the party,
Yeah.
and only now, like after he's left and you've done all this shit, like halfway through the night, Flood clicked and went, wait, why the fuck wasn't I there?
I'm not with them. Yeah, where was I?
You know, but in all fairness, it wouldn't be too chaotic because he'll be like, it's probably invisible on my own mission.
I still love that with him. That's still one of the classic ones. Is Flood not knowing he's invisible?
Yeah. He'll be like, yeah, no, probably knowing me, I've gone on my own mission, or I was just because I don't think Flood has the ability to see invisibility, so
No,
he wouldn't be
he
able to
does.
see himself.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Okay. So you
Just
have to-
imagine future
Okay.
Flood pulling pranks on past Flood.
Yeah, no.
Gosh, I wouldn't
Flood,
put it
No,
very,
but it's,
Flood very much knows that he would do that. So he's like, okay, like he had the moment of panic, just that moment of panic.
okay, so you guys, after Robert leaves Lord Baden at his house, what are you guys doing?
So we're gonna be on the rooftops. Right,
Mhm.
I know it's a little bit more difficult for Tedman, so we give him a bit of a helping hand there to be on the rooftops with myself and Yun, because we are quite dexterous. I
Carry me up.
do task Laurelette to ensure that Drew deals the killing blow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are you guys going to break into his house then?
No, his house is burning down. His house is burned down.
His
Yeah,
house
but-
didn't burn down, people. Who said his house
Just
burned down?
some places were burnt inside, but it wasn't burnt down.
Yeah, it wasn't burnt down. They threw a picture frame into the fireplace. Who said the house burnt down?
You did.
No, I didn't. Never ever did.
Someone
Didn't
said
I?
it.
I think I did. I
Yeah.
thought the house burnt down.
The house didn't burn down, guys. They
I
just
just
threw the
went to-
picture.
yeah, I
They
just-
threw the picture frame in, and while it was burning, that's when they realized, oh
They
shit,
realized
there's
a
a
book
book
or
at the back
something
of
inside,
the
yeah.
thing.
So it was a bit scorched.
Yeah, so there's a couple of scorch marks by the fireplace, but other than that, the house is still very much intact.
Did we need that book?
You guys going inside?
Yes, that'll be me,
I'll do my normal.
Drew, and
Yeah.
Yoon. No, Yoon is upstairs.
Yoon's going to be on the rooftops opposite, keeping an eye on the house.
Yep.
That's
Are we
Yeah.
gonna go in with a plan, or we're just gonna go in? Or...
Well, the three of you need to figure this out.
No, that's exactly what I'm asking them.
So it's between T, Laurelette, and Drew.
How high
So
is
I've
the
got telekinesis, so I was thinking if I could just keep him still, alright, for about 10 minutes. And I know Mr. Certain wants to get his attack on, so it'll give him 10 minutes to go
do his
mad.
thing?
Ooh, I can throw some of my pretty daggers at him.
Absolutely, you have a whole 10 minutes to do so. But apparently he wants me to do the final blow. So, just keep him on the edge of life, and then I will
She'll come in and
finish
do the
him
coup
off
de
if I
grace.
can.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Okay, so we go
Are we cool with this?
sneakily into the house.
So then, all three of you, please roll me a stealth check.
The three of us. A stealth check.
Yeah.
That
This should be this should be
oh,
interesting.
I've got advantage on stealth. I can reroll.
At least that's a d20. Okay, actually not bad. I rolled a 18, so my stealth is 18.
Now you got zero in stealth.
I got fuck all in stealth.
Plus
you see.
4,
So mine
I'm a
is
fucking
23.
23.
Need to be-
Same, 23 as well.
Samesies.
I will beat you from a
Samesies.
distance.
And Drew, what did you get? 23.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
also got
because-
23. Guys, I do have invisibility. If you want to climb on his shoulders, and while you're attacking him with invisibility,
Yeah,
No.
but then she comes visible straight
No.
away, hey?
no, but if
No,
he's
we
carrying
sneak
her,
in
like we did the last
stealthily.
time,
No, as
Just-
soon as
just
you
almost
do
stealth,
any
okay.
action, yeah.
Yeah. Keep the
oh,
spells
I respect it, yeah.
for as long as possible. Keep the spells out.
Okay.
No.
Because then, by the time you need them, you don't have any spell slots anymore.
And then suddenly
Respect.
you hear Nathan go, "Caw, caw, tuki tuki." It's a signal. He's coming down the road. Caw.
Dookie dookie! Dookie dookie!
Huh?
I'm
Do we
giving him
have,
the
like-
signal that we see Lord Baden coming down the road.
I'm just thinking I can do it. I put a spanner in the works. I'm gonna jump off the roof and jump on him, hit him with my sword.
Jesus.
What damage do you do? And after all
you're
that
wearing
torturing,
full
how much
plate.
energy does he have left?
Huh?
If you
In my-
don't land on him,
If I don't land on him, I die, basically.
Shit.
Oh, wait,
No, I'll just go hide behind the couch, or like behind the. I assume there's like a coffee table or a dresser thingy in the entrance which I can hide behind, not near the wall, but like on the side, which because I'm naturally stealthy and just obscures me completely because I'm so fucking short. And I'll just like stab his ankles when he comes in so I can get his Achilles
Okay, so
heel.
he basically opens the door and like stumbles inside, and he's like muttering to himself, "Oh yes, that stupid step. I always forget about it." And he walks inside, and he starts making his way past your position now, Laurelette.
Okay, so I take my daggers and I whisper to them, like slowly before I throw them, like go for the ankles, go for the Achilles heel, and I pew, pew, throw it.
Roll attack.
That would be attack is what? The normal one plus 7,
20.
right?
Plus whatever your dagger's thrown damage is, thrown attack is, yeah.
Which you get advantage.
Oh yeah, it's plus.
Surprise attack.
It's a surprise attack, so it's advantage.
Okay. Okay, so that's 18 plus 8 is 26.
That would be a hit.
Okay, and then I do the damage, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Dagger is 1d4.
Should be 1d4.
Yeah, one. So I'm trying to do this in the semi-dark here.
No? Or did you get load shedded?
She's been load shedded
Yeah.
like at 8 o'clock already, people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's been off since then.
It's a 3 plus 4 piercing damage.
Okay, so 7 in total.
Yes.
Okay, what's everybody else doing? T and Drew.
Is he within 60 feet of me?
Do you want any specific order? I'll let the lady go first, Drew.
Okay. Drew?
Cool. So yeah, I would want to use telekinesis and just keep him still so he can't attack us back. Just for those 10 minutes. Do you want me to throw a concentration?
Wait.
No, you just cast it.
Cast the spell.
Just tell me it's
Okay.
casting it. It's telekinesis, you said, eh?
Yeah. One of the new ones I added when I got leveled up to 11.
Mhm.
Oh, wow, that's a long description.
Yeah, it's a bit lengthy. But it's just a simple hold, keep still. So shouldn't be a problem.
So there's no save.
Yeah, it's nothing.
No.
No. The creature can move against a successful strength check if they want to break free.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
But
you're
yeah,
holding.
he's just being
So
tortured, so...
okay, he's being held still. Okay, then T, you can take your action.
So is there anybody currently near him?
No.
Not really.
No, okay.
No, actually not.
Okay, well then I'm going to cast this. This is called Hunger of Hadar.
Mhm.
So basically, you open a gate which is dark between the stars. A region infested with unknown horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness.
Yeah, I'm
Bit of
reading it all.
darkness.
Got down it.
I'd like to read it if you don't mind, good sir. Centered
Okay.
on a point with range and lasting for the duration, this void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises. They can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures fully within the area are blinded. The void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage, and any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky otherworldly tentacles rub against it.
Okay, so roll your 2d6 damage.
I will roll my 2d6 damage.
He needs to do a strength save and then a dex save.
No, dex save is if he ends his turn in it.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
a 9.
Okay, and then roll. Let me just see my dex save.
Would you
he's-
like to
yeah,
know the
no,
DC?
No, he needs to break the save, the strength save first from the telekinesis. Then only he can do the dex save.
Okay, so he automatically fails to save because he can't break the strength from
Yeah.
telekinesis.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm
he'll
saying,
take
yeah.
2d6 acid damage. So he took 6, 7, 8, 9 cold damage, and he will take an additional 5 acid damage.
Cool. Okay.
Totally gonna look like an accident.
Yeah, definitely gonna look like an
I
accident.
do
Yeah.
not care. Like I
Okay.
hear what my the party leader said,
Hmm?
but hey man,
He's not.
sometimes people fall in a vat of acid. I don't know.
Okay.
A
What are you
Well,
guys
we can
doing?
go to
So
Mountain now.
everybody's attacked him now. What are you guys doing?
Attacking him again.
Um,
Can we go again?
Is he just taking this? Like, there's no
he's
comments.
got 10 minutes, so you guys go wild.
Basically,
yeah.
10 rounds in which
Yeah.
you can beat the.
No.
No, it's more than 10
Rounds.
rounds.
100 rounds.
100 rounds.
100 rounds.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
No,
I mean,
guys, it's
a minute is
a
like
round
6
is a round is 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 10
If I
rounds
cast
a
a
minute.
spell now,
And it's
does
10
that
minutes.
break
is
my
100.
concentration for the telekinesis?
If you
Depends.
cast anything else that requires a concentration check, a concentration
so
cast.
just- Give me a second. I don't have the spell with me, but I do have Fireball as one of my spells. I just
No.
can't remember what's the.
No.
Please don't cast it. You're
No.
liable to nuke your party in the
Sorry?
process.
No,
But
not
no,
our party.
you said they're not near us, so I'm aiming it
Yeah,
at
but
him.
that's-
Yeah,
yours is
but the
strong.
fireball's got a 60-foot cube, 60-foot ray, what's your diameter range or something like that.
Yeah, see, that's why I asked for the spell to be put up because I don't have it with me.
You will get hit yourself with fireball.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm asking for somebody to put it up because I didn't have the stuff with
put
me.
it up
Thank
now.
you.
Okay, just bring it up quickly for a D. 1.
You know, up to 3 creatures must make a charisma saving throw when you're at the top of the first
20-foot
turn.
square, so you'll nail most of your party.
And you'll burn the whole house down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll do that at the end then. That's fine. I'm gonna cast Bane on him.
You casting Bane. Okay, what does Bane do again, guys? Sorry, I can't type in at the moment.
-1d4
It's
on
basically a
his-
lesser version of Hex.
Oh, okay.
It's a minus
Yes.
1d4 on his check.
Oh, yeah, everything he's
for
got to do.
stability,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Okay, so she casts that. Then it's between Drew and T. What you guys are doing next?
I would love to roll a chill touch. I've always wanted to use it.
Is that a concentration to cast it? No, I shouldn't. It's just
No,
It's
it's
an
not.
attack spell.
it's an attack spell. Range attack, please. Spell attack.
No, but the thing is now, isn't he in darkness?
Why is he in darkness?
Because of that spell that Teach cast?
Telekinesis. Why?
No.
No. He's not in darkness. It's like he's engulfed by it.
Oh, okay.
So sorry. Can I roll for it or?
Yeah.
No, it
Okay,
says-
cool. So
Chill
3
touch. I don't think you
Yeah,
need
So,
a
I
roll.
think he's also blind.
No,
Yeah,
it's
he
a
is
range of
blind.
120 feet.
Yeah.
A 20-foot
Yeah, I'm
radius
good.
sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears.
Where he
20
is.
feet. I'm still
Yeah.
within. It's fine.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
let me just double check it. It doesn't say where I have to cast it. I'm going to presume where I want to cast it. So I'm going to make
Yeah.
sure that I cast that we out of the range, but he's in.
Yeah, he wouldn't be. He'll be stuck in it. That's fine. And then she can cast a tilt touch, which does what damage?
It's
Oh, no,
the-
Yeah, it's
Wait,
necrotic.
hold on. Does she have to touch him?
No, it's
No.
a
No,
No,
it's range.
fine.
Around 120 feet range
The
spell.
120 feet damage. Yeah,
Okay.
range.
Okay.
So she hits. Roll your damage. 3d8. You said, eh?
Yeah, so a 6 plus a 7 plus a 6.
Okay. So all right. He's looking terrible.
What level you cast it at?
11.
No. Oh,
Yeah, it says it increases when she
Okay.
reaches each of these levels. So it's 3d8
Yeah,
at level
sorcerer
11.
else, yeah.
3d8.
It's your cantrip.
Okay, he's looking very, very, very
Bucky.
close to death. By the way.
T, your turn.
Yeah. Well,
Remember
he's really close to death, and apparently we have to give this other.
Lady's chance. So just punch him in the face.
No, don't go close to him.
Yeah, you should be in it. She has
How
to.
long
Bruh,
is
can
my
I just say, Ted, are you
Well-
with them or are you on the roof with us, bruh?
Actually, you
I'm
know what? I
already-
don't really give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Because I just want to know if he's like, you know, there
No,
with
I'm
them
not.
whispering,
I'm-
or
I'm
if you're
commentating
shouting
from
from
the
the
roof.
rooftops.
What
like,
does Witch Belt do?
He basically will take 2d12 lightning damage.
Roll your damage.
I just wanted
Hit-
to check
hit
if there's a
him-
save.
hit him
A
again.
beam of
Whack him.
crackling blue energy
Beat
lances
him.
out toward a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack. Yes! Okay, spell attack is +9. Let's fucking go, boys. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Perfect. I'll cast it
Death
at
about.
3rd level, so it's going to be 2d. So you can use an action. Yeah, okay. So 2d12s.
Mhm.
You know what? It would be nice if a fucking new d12s were. So that's 1. Balls.
Well, you know where you can get some more if you need them.
This is true. This is true. And then this is another d12. So it's this is d12. You get higher than 12. Oh, not. Oh shit. So it's a 6 and a 6. I'll take 12
Stop.
damage.
12.
He drops to the floor.
Oh No.
slumping dead.
Oh, well.
And as that happens, Laurelette, Tedmund, Nathan, and T